What's up, everybody? Citizen PM here, bringing you some more Dust 514. I apologize for those of you who watch this regularly. Again, I have life, work, stuff. I can't afford this stuff. It ain't free. But yeah, no, there's things going on the last couple of days. I wanted to be here for opening, but some stuff happened with my cable subscriber, my cable service subscriber, cable service provider, and I had to pay him some money. And then the day after, I had work issues, and I wasn't able to get off work until a very late hour. So it just didn't work out. I couldn't get home in time to. What the hell?
Battle request accepted. Searching for suitable contracts.
What is this? Is this opening day stuff? Instant Battle Academy. What is this? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I guess this must be some of the opening day stuff that people are talking about. Anyway, I couldn't get home, and I couldn't risk being up till, like 2, 3 in the morning yesterday, making this video. So I'm making it now. Better late than never, right? Right. So anyway, I don't know what's been going on. Oh, I had to address this. My friends, am not a YouTube partner. If you have not figured that out yet, I am a very much amateur YouTube producer. I don't do anything. Oh shit! Abort deployment. Abort. Change fittings. Sniper.
Phone reserves critical. Confirm deployment location when ready.
No, it's all coming undone. I get over to it. Yes, it's starting to fit. It's good. Okay, good. I don't give a shit where we're going. I do this as a hobby. At some point, I would like to become a medium for gaming news and information, but it is not my main point to get paid to make these videos. If anything, I would just like to, help people out with gaming information. Bring about cool games like this that I think are probably going to be... Oh shit, this guy's gonna come use me. Nope, I do not know what I'm doing today. My train of thought has been completely, fuck. Alright. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I don't like keep throwing grenades! Sorry, dude. Sorry. I would like to become a gaming hub for information at some point, but I am not in any way trying to make a lot of money off this. I work very hard for the money I do have with my job, and I buy this equipment out of my own pocket. No one's paying me to make these videos, and it's likely no one ever will. Defeat. Okay, whatever. If I do get more subscribers and it gets to the point where okay, I could monetize this and quit my job or whatever, that's fine, but I'm not looking to do any of that. It's not my goal in life. I do like the video game industry. Like I said, I write articles. I'm going to be writing a whole bunch of articles this weekend. Well, I shouldn't promise things anymore because God knows what happens to me on the weekends in Las Vegas, but I plan on writing some articles this weekend because some games came out this week, and I would like to do some reporting on them. And not only did some articles come out, or some of the games come out, there's been some issues this week that I think need to be addressed, and some issues that I think are a little bit uncalled for. And one of them I'm going to talk about right now is Nintendo. As I said, I don't get paid to make these videos, but there are other people on YouTube who this is their livelihood. They depend on that money to bring, feed their families and stuff like that. And just recently, Nintendo has, with their partnership, whatever agreement they have with YouTube, has made content ID matches with people who have videos of certain links, if I recall what the article said correctly. And this is like the BBC reporting it, so it's not like this is just like gamer rumor anymore. Like this is like the real deal. Where they have ID matches, and if your video is long enough, they're going to bookend it with Nintendo advertisements, which essentially means YouTube is no longer paying you for your Nintendo videos anymore, and Nintendo certainly isn't going to pay you. So basically, you made that video as a YouTube partner, but you have been pushed out of your partnership agreement because Nintendo, as a YouTube partner as well, now has laid rights to your content. The blood, sweat, and tears that went into you making a video of some kind. Like, I disagree with this vehemently. I'm hoping... Well, see, this is the whole thing. I've been saying for a while now that Nintendo is out of touch. I think ever since the GameCube came out, in terms of console home delivery, they have just been behind. There's only been... let me see. Metroid Prime... I don't know, maybe when Bayonetta 2 comes out. There aren't too many Nintendo games that I like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up with Nintendo. First system I had was Nintendo. No, I had an Atari first. I'm sorry, dating myself a little bit, aging myself. But my parents had it first, and they put it in my room when I was a kid. So I had an Atari for a couple years, and I had Nintendo. That was my first system. It was the system I probably own the longest overall, even dating now. I think the second longest I might have had was a Sega Genesis. But really, I had Nintendo for years. I used to play that thing all the time. And it was great. It was great when I was a kid. They had lots of cool games. But I mean, they were the only game in town, essentially. I mean, there's other systems that were out there, but Nintendo was like the... to be kind of rhetorical about it, they were like the Atari of the 80s and, early 90s. Which is, fine. Like, for the time, I loved it. It was great, and I, will continue to go well for Nintendo. But what Nintendo didn't do over the years is grow up at all. Like... They kept on catering to children, even though their audience, the video game audience, grew up to be in their, 30s, 20s, whatever. That people were starting to get to around college age, stuff like that. The large demographic of people who grew up with those sorts of games are now older, and they want more mature games. So a lot of them switched over to Sony. And then, when Microsoft came about, I'm just going to hang out here with this guy, and they started producing more mature games, first-person shooters are probably the first thing that comes to mind, and that became like the number one trend. They didn't follow at all. They continued to make the same products. I'm going to go into this a lot deeper in the article I'm going to write this weekend, so I'm not going to dwell on this point too much. I would not go up there if I were you guys, but apparently you know better than me. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much further into that, but the point is, I don't think anyone should be surprised by Nintendo doing this, because I'm not saying they even have bad intentions about what they were doing here, but wow, I cannot track this guy at all. I got him a little bit. He's hurt. Shot him in the back at least. I don't think I'm going to hit anyone in that car. Where's the guy who was sitting next to me? He's gone, isn't he? Fuck. Oh well. They're just out of touch. I just use that initial statement as my primary example, and I don't think they mean anything too bad by making this content grab, because what they said, even though, I'll be honest, anytime you have a big company like that, and they say they have the best intentions in mind, you have to take it with a grain of salt. You have to assume that what they really mean to say is, we're trying to do the best things we can for our company, and really what that means for you is, F you. Like, oh god, this is just bad. Grand Theft Auto style. It's happened to me before. I think what their excuse was, what their reasoning was, is we are trying to spread our content across other social media platforms, or further expand their content across social media platforms. And as much as I would like to say that this is a completely transparent and true statement, it is not. As someone who works in internet marketing personally, it's my industry, that's the trade I work in, I can already tell you that YouTube is not the best platform to engage social growth. If you really wanted social growth, you would just stick with Facebook plugs and, Twitter. Like an active Twitter account and an active Facebook account are really where your growth comes in. No one really cares too much about YouTube in terms of social media content. That's just not how it works. I'm sorry. I see the numbers. It's not like I make this shit up. Like, I spend a good part, or I used to spend a good part of my day doing this. It's been since passed off to someone else, but that does not completely refute the fact that I've borne witness to this previously. The only thing YouTube is really good for is media advertising and getting advertising dollars. So when they say, yeah, we're trying to engage our social media audience further, what they're really trying to say here is, yeah, we just want some more YouTube money, or we just want some more advertising dollars, and shit. Come on, get down. I have really got to stick out this skill tree because this is not working. This guy is just a menace with this car. I'm just gonna run. Yeah, no, it's not the truth at all. The fact that they are like, oh, we're bookending people who already have videos up of a certain length with our content means that you're pretty much just saying we want your advertising dollars, which I think is a really big kick in the teeth for anyone who spends any amount of time doing that. If you spent, look at how most advertising companies work. You get a contract from a company to do a certain amount of things, or a certain number of things, right? And they pay you for this. Sometimes it's pay performance, sometimes it's just a flat rate, like we'll give you this cut rate and for this much advertising dollars. Well, crap. How could I have been out of bullets there? Crap. Not good. For this much advertising dollars, you get this much advertising space, etc., etc. The bottom line is, though, as an advertiser, you get paid. The company is paying you to advertise their product. And in terms of YouTube players, that advertisement is essentially free. Their payment is the advertising dollars themselves that YouTube pays them. Oh, crap. I knew it was going to happen. I can see him on the radar. Run! Run, man, run! Yeah, that's their payment. Who is following? Is this guy following me? Don't be an asshole. I don't remember how to change weapons. Because I'm too busy talking about Nintendo and advertising principles. Yeah, no, advertising companies get paid. YouTube Let's Players also get paid, technically, but they don't get paid by Nintendo. I don't see why Nintendo thinks that they are somehow entitled to dollars that people do for advertising for them. And I understand there's a lot of people who are arguing the point that, it's Nintendo's content. What the hell? That was just bad. That it's their content, and you don't have the right to make money off of it. But at the same time, advertising companies make money off of that content. They put their content somewhere around the internet, and then Nintendo pays them themselves. Having someone else pay for your advertising content is a perfect scenario. I don't see how you would have any kind of fault with that, or you would feel that you're somehow entitled. Is this guy going to help me up too? Maybe. Nope, dead. That somehow you're entitled to advertising dollars that you got for free. And there's the other argument that somehow Let's Players are going to be taking away from people who buy games for a certain system. That's possible for some adventure games with a story, maybe. But all that Nintendo has for the Wii currently are mostly Nintendo or Wii games. Or, I'm sorry, Wii games. Obviously they're Wii games. Mario games. Mario games are family games. There isn't too much in the way of story. It's mostly just, gameplay. You make family-based games. Like, what games could you... Crap. Nah, he's a better sniper than me, apparently. What games could you possibly be making that have intensive stories? I mean, The obvious answer is Luigi's Mansion, but even that, not so much. Like, there's somewhat of a story there, but I don't think anyone's going to be, like, deterred by someone's going to spoil Luigi's Mansion. It's a kid's game. It's a kid's to, preteen game. If anyone's going to be buying that, it's going to be a parent. It has nothing to do with, the story's been spoiled. Really, I think it's almost safe to say that it's really nothing more than a money grab. I'm sorry. It is. Nintendo. Just come out and admit it. Like, we want we want more money. People out there making money off our stuff. We have a vehicle with which we can get said money. No, back. There we go. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, we're back on course. I almost killed my teammates. We're all gonna die anyway. Yeah, no. You should just come out and say it. It's a vehicle we need for more money. The Wii U is not selling in this country as well as we thought it was, so we need some extra marketing dollars from somewhere. And this is how we're going to do it. Come on, shoot this guy. Thank you. Just say it. Don't try to cover it up by saying some other BS. Fuck. Come on, you insult us all by saying stuff like that. Defeat. It's fine. I'm not worried about defeat. My mind is in other places, obviously, anyway. Just kind of be more transparent. Either that, or you're so out of touch that you shouldn't be running a company in the first place. It's one of the two. I'm sorry. There's no other way to cut it. It's one of those two things. You are either so out of touch with what's happening in current society where you think that something like this is actually going to help people who are advertising for you for free, which is fine, admit that. Or you're just making a pay grab. You're like, hey guys, we're in trouble. We'll let you keep... That's another point. We are of the mindset where we are willing to let people keep their content posted on the internet. Of course you're going to keep it up because it means you're getting more of the ad dollars. Don't make it seem like you're doing anyone any favors. Really, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm sorry if any of the, Nintendo fanboys come with the pitchforks and try to skewer me for this, but my voice is very small, and not that many people are going to hear this anyway. So, don't worry about it too much. But yes, Sega did something similar. Previously was Shining Force. Anyone who had Shining Force put up for some reason, their videos were banned or their YouTube channels were, were forced to be, annulled or something? I don't know. I don't know how it worked exactly, but at least they came out months later and said, sorry about this, but there's still people who are missing their channels, and, I'm sure they probably made new ones at the same time, but the other ones should be reinstated at this point. But at least Sega admits foul. Sega has... At least they weren't so much the fact where you can keep your channel up and keep our videos up as long as we keep making money off of it. I don't think it's worse per se, but I think it's close. I think having your channel destroyed and all your videos that may or may not have anything to do with Nintendo or Sega go along with it is bad. I think that's nuclear. That's worse than bad. But for me to be... Wow, that was a quick match. I hate these matches. When you go in and then it's almost already over, it kind of sucks. Not a big fan of that. CCP, get on this shit. Make it so if there's a long time limit or there's only a few minutes left that I can't jump into matches like that. It does me no good. I get nothing from this. At least they admitted they cried foul. Well, that's bad because they cried foul and then they freaking destroyed whole YouTube channels and wiped out videos that may or may not have anything to do with their content, which is freaking... That's garbage. And don't believe me, that's still first and foremost in my mind, but essentially Nintendo's making you their bitch if you keep their videos up. Yeah, keep our content up so we can keep making money off of you. That's essentially what they're saying. That's like the pimp and hoe argument. Although they didn't kill you outright, you're their lapdog. I don't like being anyone's lapdog. I mean, I do have a job, so eventually I'm going to be someone's bitch, it pains me to say, but it's the truth. Like, I have to do something for someone that I don't want to do, and they're going to largely succeed off of it a lot more than I would. But for someone to do it out in an environment where they don't have to, like, no one is making you keep up your video concerning anything to do with Nintendo. But if you do, and they keep making money off of it, I can't hate on Nintendo too much for that. You volunteered for the job at that point. Now, hopefully, this is all just some big misunderstanding, and Nintendo will right itself and further rescind what they're doing. We'll limit it to people who just show trailers. Like, if you have a trailer for one of our games on your channel, and that's fine. You don't need ad dollars for that. You didn't do shit for that. All you did was take that off the internet somewhere and then put it up. But if it's someone who actually has voiceover like I'm doing right now, or someone who spent a lot of time playing the game otherwise, and showing tips and tricks and things like that, or is just showing off like, dude, I'm so bad at this game, look how badass I am, which is cool, I don't mind watching that. That's like watching someone play basketball with an NBA ball, and the NBA saying, all right, you have a basketball from the NBA, so we need your money, or we need whatever money you get from this videotape. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Although we are using something that you developed, we are using it in a creative and interesting way. Or they are. I'm certainly not. I don't own a Wii U. I probably never will. And if that thought had ever crossed my mind, if that somehow had ever gotten obscenely rich, that thought is right now very much on the fringe part of my mind, because how dare you? How dare you pimp people out like that involuntarily? It's like slave labor. I mean, very much a gross exaggeration, but a very close assessment. You should not be going into people's videos for their hard-earned work and then taking credit for it, or at least taking away the money that they made for said hard-earned work. Those people went through a lot of effort and sometimes years to get that many subscribers. And let's not even say that. Let's just say it's people who are just starting out and they happen to own a Wii U and they just want to make videos for that. You've just chopped off their legs. They're not going to be able to afford to buy games anymore. How are they going to make content or additional content if whatever money they were supposed to receive is no longer going to them anymore?
Phone reserves at 50%. Mission timer at 50%. Phone reserves critical. Mission failed. Phone reserves depleted. Commencing TACnet shutdown.